Hi YouTube, this is Joe Calton with Calton Cutlery. You can visit me on the web, caltoncutlery.com. So today's video has nothing to do with knives, but what it does have to do with is getting home if you spring a leak in your fuel tank. Okay, so right now we are under my old 98 3/4 ton pickup truck. We had a pretty big snowstorm last couple of days or so. I think it quit snowing Sunday night or Monday morning, something like that. I've heard various reports, you know, 30 inches, 50 inches. I know I've got a snow drift in between the chicken coop and the shop that's roughly 6 foot deep. But then again, there's other places where the wind has got, you know, blown it off completely. So after we got ourselves dug out, I went ahead and went to my father-in-law's place to go ahead and start digging his place out. And, you know, in the neighborhoods where the snow plows can't get to, you know, the roads were kind of rough. And so I must have hit a patch of, you know, packed down snow or whatever it was. But anyway, so I punched a hole in my gas tank. So when I got home, parked it in the shop, and then went back out to the shop a little bit later, smelled gas. You know, there's gas all over underneath the truck, right? Well, this is a trick that can't remember who it was, whether it was my father or if it was the guy that was kind of teaching me how to work on cars when I was a kid. Taught me on how to stop a gas leak. All right, you know, a gasoline leak out of your fuel tank. I believe this works on steel and plastic fuel tanks. And it's for small leaks, okay? So don't expect to fix like a fist-sized hole in the bottom of your gas tank with this. But pinhole leaks, you know, where you're just dripping. This leak right here, we're going to go ahead and get it going again. It's actually a stream, and the soap trick will work just fine. All right, so okay, so we have got. Let's see, I have to get you down here. The leak is right. It's kind of some odd lighting underneath here. Okay, so that right there is the leak. Okay, you know, this is at the end of the frame rails. Frame rails are right here. Okay, so you know, something I just ran right over something, and it put a crease in the bottom of my tank, even through the little plastic tank cover. And you know, that's where we got a leak. So we're going to hit it with a little bit of water and see if we can't get it to leaking again. Starting to smell a little bit. Okay, tell you what, I'm going to shut you off, and I'm going to get it to leaking, and then I'll turn it back on again. Okay, YouTube, we're back. So it took a little bit longer than I expected to get it to leaking again. Pretty much, what I did was I took that spray bottle of water and I just sprayed it up in where the leak is, basically to soften up the soap, so that it would start leaking again. That's kind of the big limiter of this fix, is that whatever the soap and the gas turn into, or whatever kind of reaction happens between them, it's kind of sensitive to water. Okay, so like I said, with this particular leak, it started leaking a couple of days ago. So as soon as I noticed the leak, I got on Napa, ordered up a new tank, and with the snowstorm and everything, the tank just got in here today. In fact, it's over there somewhere or other. So anyway, so I just needed to get this thing to quit leaking, you know, so that I kept the gas in the tank, and so that didn't stink up my shop, you know, while I was waiting for the new tank to get here. If you're on a, you know, side of a road on a four-wheeling trip, or you're up hunting or something like that, you know, it might be one of those things that you have to stop the leak and then just keep an eye on it, and then check it every couple of hours, and then, you know, put some more on it until, you know, until you can get a new tank, or get this, you know, get your old one welded up or whatever. So anyway, so you should be able to see it dripping. Hopefully I'm not blinding you with that light, but remember, I'm looking at a screen that's like that tall. So yeah, there's a drip right there. Okay, and there's a drip there. Remember, the leak is right up in here. Now, this was an actual steady stream. I think it's not streaming right now because I didn't get enough of the soap washed out, and because I've got the back of the truck jacked up so that I can get up underneath here and replace it. So what we'll do, and it's just as simple as this, you grab the little bitty chunk of soap that you keep in the truck for this, or, you know, I'm not too sure if any soap will work. When the trick was taught to me, I think Ivory was the soap of choice. This right here is just a white bar of, I think, Duke Cannon big ass bar of soap, something like that. So anyway, so you guys can see it's dripping. So we'll come up here. Oh, we lost the light. Oh, I think I've got a loose light bulb in here. It's either that or the filament is just hanging. Technical difficulties. Let me grab my flashlight. Okay, so there's the flashlight. No, this isn't gonna work. Hang on a second. Let me, I'm gonna shut you off again and go get a new light bulb. Okay, we're back with a new light bulb. So let's go ahead and just kind of wipe it off so that we see exactly where the fuel is coming out of, and it's right there in that this little divot here. So we take our bar of soap, and you just kind of try to dig it into that hole. Okay, so now let's take the rag. Oh, I'm making a YouTube video on how to fix a gas leak with a bar of soap. That's my wife. She just walked into the shop. She says, who are you talking to, like I'm talking to myself? Okay. See there? No more leak. Now we don't have gas dripping down. We can get the light right underneath it. Nice and dry. Okay, so again, this is kind of a temporary fix. When I went down to get the new tank from Napa, I had soaped this up, and like I said, the soap is kind of sensitive to moisture. So then what I did was I put a couple of strips of duct tape over it, kind of to keep the moisture away from it, and it held from whatever night that was, like Monday night, I think. Monday night, all that night, all day Tuesday. Of course, the truck just sat here, and then most of the day Wednesday, when I got the email from Napa that the new fuel tank was in, made it down there, and of course, you know, the roads are all slushy because the snow's melting off, so all that water got kicked up underneath, and then when I got home it started leaking again. So so like I said, this is not a permanent fix. It's pretty much something to get you by until you know, the parts store can get you a new gas tank in. But anyway, so it's kind of good to know anyhow. So again, this is Joe Calton with Calton Cutlery. You can visit me on the web, caltoncutlery.com. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you never have to use the trick, but if you do, hope you keep a little bar of soap in the truck just in case. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you next time.